Okay, so here's where I ended up with the 8 last setups while I was grappling with genetics. It turned out that I could not keep genetics fresh. I could not put 2 genetically unique birds together and still keep all the rest of the pairs genetically distant. So I had to split up my 4 genetically distinct birds, and actually I have 6. And distribute them among all the others to branch out the genetics that way. So this is Smoke, and he is now with Baby and Ocean's Girl. And so he's genetically distinct. He has 2 completely distinct grandparents and 3 distinctly unique grandparents, because he's half siblings and stuff. So these 2, here is Aura. She's down here with a Malachite. No, she's actually with, I forgot. I moved the Malachite and Lava Bird up here. Anyway, so she's now with a Neptune and Athena bird. This guy is going to be with Aerie, but Aerie thinks she's in love with somebody else, so she has to go out and cool her heels for a few days before I put her back in here. So, Aerie is genetically distinct. This is a Malachite and Lava chick. And then we have up here, Tim's, who's going to go with a Malachite and Lava chick. He is genetically distinct. His father, Winston, has like 1 other chick in this entire flock. So, these 2 are a surprise. This is the cock here. He is a 2018 bird. I don't know why I kept him around all this time, except that he is genetically distinct. But he was always very, very small and didn't really have a lot to recommend him, so I kept passing him by. But this year he has bloomed. He's looking a lot better, and when his poof is not all the way up right now, but when it is, it's quite impressive. And he comes from a line that fizzled out with him. He had a brother that I used and then sold off a long time ago, and he is probably split to gray wing, because both of his parents were split to gray wing, and his brother was a gray wing. So the chances are very small that he hasn't got gray wing in there. So this little girl is a Bubba Jr. chick, and I had her down as a Bubba and Sif chick, which would make her full sisters with Kenny Loggins and Murphy. That's the green guy up there. But it turns out that she is not Bubba Jr. and Sif. Her mother was a what do you call it? Dilute hen. She's not a gray wing, she's a dilute hen called, I forgot her name. But anyway, she was from a different aviary and completely genetically distinct. So between these 2, if you're looking at great-grandparents, he has 4 distinct, genetically distinct great-grandparents, and she has 2. Her other 2 are, this is her father right here, Bubba Jr. And she actually came out to be quite a nice little bird. Her mother was absolutely tiny, and she is not a big bird, but this is her father. That big green guy right there, that is Daddy. So she may be tiny, but she has big genes in there somewhere. And the same here with this guy I named him Halligan, Irish last name. And she is Lorraine, which is a last name in the French that means from the forest. And I like that because she's a very dark, like pine green, because she has a violet factor. Her mother was a violet. So she is split to white. He is not, I don't think. So they'll probably all have green chicks. But it's going to be really interesting to see what they come up with. And one of the reasons I put them together, even though neither one of them has the great size, is because she is definitely split to dilute, and he is probably split to gray wing. So I may get some genetically distinct gray wing chicks out of them. Usually when you cross up a dilute with a gray wing, they come out gray wing. So, and genetically distinct in my gray wing line is a good thing. So, but then on top of that, they both have all the mask and the head. When he blows his out, it's fabulous, and her too. So they have really nice feathers. So this is a feather pair. They're getting put together for feather. They're getting put together because they could throw me a genetically distinct gray wing, and that would be lovely. Okay, so Thames is up here being genetically distinct, and he's getting a malachite and lava hen, but she's not in here right now because he was in love with, what's her name? Aerie. All the males are in love with Aerie. She's one of those girls. But anyway, and I'm going to give him a few days to cool his heels and get lonely, and then I'll put her back in again. So this is Quartz, and he is genetically distinct because of his father. His mother is a Sky and Jester line, but his father comes out of the Kobe and Coco line, and I only have very few of them. So he's being goofy and playing escape games, but this hen right here is a Neptune and Athena hen. So, no, this is a malachite and lava. No, I can't remember. She's in that line somewhere. So Neptune's in her background somewhere, but I don't know exactly where. And this one, this is a malachite and lava cock, and this girl is a Neptune and Athena hen, and she's nice and tall, and both of them have reasonable feather. And I want to put some blue on my green line, so I think they're going to be a nice match. Okay, so that's where I ended up. I had to spread all my genetically distinct birds around, or else I would, if I tried to pair them and get all genetically distinct chicks out of them, which are really easy to pair a year from now. I can go, oh, this is a smoke baby, so I can breed her to anybody because she's different than everybody. But that didn't work out. I'm going to have to keep crunching the books and make sure that I don't do too much inbreeding or any inbreeding. And I will probably need to pick up a couple of extra genetically different birds at some point this year, so that I'll have some really big distinctions. Now, mind you, we're several generations out, so the fact that her father was Ocean, and he's a rainbow line. Rainbow was her great-grandmother. Rainbow and Aqua were her great-grandmother and grandfather. Her grandmother and grandfather were Storm and Azul. Her father was Ocean. So she's pretty genetically distant from them. So if I did breed her to another rainbow line, as long as it was 3 generations or more out, I think it would be fine. But I'm having a great deal of luck outbreeding. The more I outbreed, the bigger they get and the better their feather gets. These two, her mother and father were Sprite and Fluffy. Sprite was absolutely teeny, and Fluffy was not much bigger, but Fluffy was a nice big heavy-bodied bird. Sprite was from one breeder. Fluffy didn't even have a band on, and I got her off of Craigslist. And they threw me this girl right here. Totally unrelated, and she is huge and gives me champion babies. This guy came from Bubba. Bubba was not banded. He wasn't bred by a breeder. His mother was a sad-looking little gray wing hen that had no feather whatsoever. And I get babies better than the sum of their parents when I outbreed, instead of inbreeding and losing the traits that their parents have. So the more genetically diverse I make them, the better things get, it seems. So here we are, 3 generations out on genetically diverse. This is the best bird I've ever had. This is their baby. He's way better than either one of them. He has a bigger head, a longer mask. He's got good size. So, and his brother up here, same thing. He's a nice bird. Everybody's got their heads down right now, but, yeah, you keep flirting with her. She's going to come around. You watch. She's just waiting for the nest box. Look at him. Isn't he cute? That's Chalk saying, I'm handsome. I'm handsome. Look at me. And she says, I don't know. She says, I don't know. He says, come on, baby. Look at me. Look at me. He's staying out of peck range. That's so cute. He says, I'm handsome. Look at me. Look at me. You make him work for it, girl. That's exactly what you should be doing. These two are making progress too. See, they're sitting closer together on the perch. This girl is in escape mode, and that doesn't necessarily mean that she has rejected the cock. But what I'm doing is I'm looking for her to, you know, get up on the perch and give him a kiss before she goes back down to trying to escape again. And I haven't seen that yet, so I don't know. I might need to pull her for a while, too. We'll see. But anyway, so things are going along. These two are like, yeah, this will work. I just put her in there yesterday. Sometimes they're in the mood. So it's going to be hellaciously hot today. It's already 83 degrees in here, and it's supposed to get up to like 110, 111. So I'm trying an experiment of closing the garage door to see if that helps keeps it in cooler in here. And if things get bad, I will open the inside door and put a fan in and start blowing air-conditioned air into here. So I'm watching them very carefully. So that is the update on genetic diversity and my future breeding, my summer breeding project, which is not going to start until the weather calms down. Okay.